everybody, welcome back to 100% Mag. So once again, Newcastle United took on Chelsea at St James's Park, and of course it's ended in Chelsea coming away from this game at 2-0 winners, which moves them top of the Premier League table. Newcastle, of course, are 13th in the Premier League table after this game. We've got the game coming up on Friday against Crystal Palace, and then after that we've got a couple of easy games coming up against some pretty winnable teams. But looking at the way we played in this game today, I feel Steve Bruce just completely set the lads up in the wrong mentality. He went into this game with a defensive mentality, tried to sit back on the ball quite a bit, and we didn't really hit them on the counter that much. We had a couple of early chances in the game, which made Chelsea a little bit shaky, but unfortunately, it wasn't anything that got with the lead, and unfortunately, Chelsea ended up taking the lead through an own goal by Federico Fernandez, which was obviously a foul when you've seen it on the replay, as Ben Chilwell pushed into the back of Federico Fernandez inside the penalty box. You'll be able to see it up on screen now, of course, the picture of it. And in my eyes, that was a foul. Anybody else would have said exactly the same as well, that it's a blatant foul on the Federico Fernandez, and the goal should have been chalked off, but they looked at it on VAR. Of course, Simon Hooper was on VAR today, and he decided that it wasn't deemed worthy enough to chalk off as a goal, so he allowed it, and they continued on. Newcastle had a couple of great chances in the game. Isaac Hayden, of course, in the second half had a really good one where he should have put it in the back of the net. It was an absolute sitter goal, and he went and smacked it over the bar and into the Gallagher end. Joe Linton as well got a brilliant chance when Maximin went and passed the ball into his path, dragged all the players with him, and then Joe Linton tried to smash it with some finesse into the top corner at the Gallagher end as well, and he put it over the goal. He should have really put his laces through it to get Newcastle back into the game, but unfortunately he didn't. And then, of course, Chelsea managed to get themselves a second goal in the game, which was unfortunate for Sean Longstaff, as he just got completely outpaced by Timo Werner. Timo Werner tapped the ball across into the path of course, Tammy Abraham. Tammy Abraham put the ball past Carl Darlow to make it 2-0 to Chelsea. Then, of course, Sean Longstaff had a brilliant chance at the other end of the pitch, where he got a massive long shot against Mendy in goal for Chelsea. It cracked off the crossbar and unfortunately didn't go in the back of the net, which would have been really great because it would have given Newcastle a chance to get something in the game, get a little bit footing back into it, and try and push on for at least to get a draw in the game, which, if the goal had been chalked off for the Ben Chilwell foul on Federico Fernandez, it would have been 1-0 in the game at the very most, so Newcastle would have had a very good chance of at least taking a point away from this game, but it's not to be. Unfortunately, we'll have to move on from this game, and we'll have to look at the game against Crystal Palace as a way to try and pick up another 3 points on our push up away from 13th place in the league. Unfortunately, Miguel Almiron came on in the second half very late, as he ended up coming back off international duty very late, as well as the Paraguayan manager decided that it was a reason to keep him playing for the international team, even though he was suspended from the next game. But for some reason, there's been a lot of controversy going around about that at the moment, with Almiron and his agent trying to get a move away from Newcastle. Also, I think Paraguayan manager as well is trying to force that move away from Newcastle as well. And you can say the lad doesn't want to move away, so just let it be and let the lad get on with his football in Newcastle. Quit trying to manipulate his career just to get a quick few pounds extra in your wallet. Steve Bruce said it in the press conference as well before the Newcastle game. He says that his agent is trying to get a quick buck, which, I don't always agree with Steve Bruce, but at the end of the day, I agree with him on that one. His agent, Almiron's agent, is trying to get that quick money, and trying to get him a move to either one of the top 6 clubs in Premier League. And or one of the top teams up in Europe. You know, but if he was just to wait out, you know, Newcastle's about to become one of the best teams in Europe with this takeover that's going on at the moment. You know, so looking at it, it was not the greatest game today, you know, but let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. We'll push on for the game against Crystal Palace, and hopefully you all stay safe and well. Until next time, I'll see you all later, and how are the lads?